bwetutyo munaffe ekiro kyaffe ekyasooka twakimala mu disitulikiti y'eggulu nate ate essaawa zino tugenda kubanga tweyongerayo ate tubeeko ebifo ebyenjawulo. Ebifo bino ebisinga nali mbikulazeeko emabegakaawo okugeza nga Fort Patiko ne Aruu Falls. Lunaku lwaliro lunaku lwaffe olwokubiri twagezaako okubanga yali tusimbula mu disitulikiti y'eggulu ne tugenda mu kifo kye bayita Fort Patiko oba Samuel Baker. Wano nno munnaye ekifo kino kaali katale ka byabusuubuzi naye nga akatale kano batundirangawo baddu kyetwandikoze mu lufuutifuuti kye tuyita slave trade. Slave trade eno mmanyiko ki kino ekifo kye tugenda okubanga tulambula olunaku lwaliro. Samuel Baker we yali yateeka amakanda ge nga waliwo akatale akasubula abantu ne babatwala mu buwaŋŋanguse okugeza nga Sudan, Ethiopia n'ebifo ebirala bingi nnyo. Nabyo katubirabe nga bwe bifaana temuvaawo katukomewo.
You're most welcome to Becker's Fort. I'm Johnson Tabo. I'm the tour guide here. So when you talk of this place, Patiko, we talk of how the place derived, and that was 1,200 years. That was when this place derived. And the first chief of the place was called Atiko. That's why the place is named Patiko. It means everything here belongs to him. So in 1850, when Arabs were here, they were in need of ivories and items of animals from the Africans. But there was no money to mediate the trade, no any currency. So they brought in mirrors, earring necklaces, and beads to exchange the ivories from the Africans. So it was a barter trade. It was a silent language. No languages to mediate these two people. People were getting mirrors, beads from the Arabs in exchange of ivories. For 3 years, a normal trade. Now, when this ivory got scarce, that was the time they started looking for beautiful girls and the strong men, bringing them here and screening them, transporting them as slaves. So when you failed, you ugly, you weak, it means you have no market. Those when they have been executed. So they killed them from this point, and they don't bury people. They roll the body down there to the lions. Here was a jungle. There was a lot of wild animal grazing here. So for 19 years they were doing that until the white man Becker came. Becker was following the Nile from Egypt coming here, and he met Spig and Grand at Gondokoro, and they were discussing. So it sounds so bad to him because Spig already discovered the Nile. And that's why Becker went up to Bunyoro land. He was led by Mukama Bunyoro to interior of Lake Victoria. Despite of the natives or the local, Becker became the first white man to set that fall, Maxison Falls. And on his way back, Becker passed through this land, and he met Arabs killing people, were transporting and were killing others. That was when Becker went and reported these people to the queen and was sent back again through Ismail of Egypt And also that guy wanted to conquer Equatorial Province. So, you know, when you talk of Equatorial Province, you talk of the Upper Nile and the Lower Nile. That's South Sudan and Northern Uganda. You're supposed to be part of Sudanese, the Dinkas. But you know, with partition of Africa, Aruu became part of Uganda. That's why you hear Nile Republic. So Beka was supported with the Nubian soldiers to come and surprise this Arab here. In 1872, Beka managed to capture this place from the end of Arabs with battles. So he turned it to become the military base, a fort. That's why we remembered him. And that was when Beka was awarded gold medal and given the title Sir by the Queen. Just for the work well done in Africa.
Before COVID, how many visitors were you having at this site? And he told me on average, mainly most of his visitors were Bazungu. And on average, you'd have around 100 a month. 100 Bazungu every month. Each one paying, I think, $5. Which is, 100 visitors a month is no business for you. Even if I were to give you revenue, it would be useless revenue. Now, when COVID came in, I don't know how many Bazungu he was getting. I think he was getting either no one or maybe 2. So basically business closed. Now, thank God we have reopened. Before COVID, the tourism sector was the biggest foreign exchange earner for this country, bringing in around $1.6 billion annually. I don't know how much of that Acholi region was getting, but I know, of course, Makshan was quite a number because it's the most visited park. But for us here on this other side, it was a bit difficult. So we're also affected by tourism. Now we are recovering. We are at around, the last year, 2022, we brought in around $760 million. We are still at the half mark. And also the visitors decreased from the 1.5 million foreigners we are receiving. During COVID, they went so low. Now we are at around, maybe around 800,000. So we are recovering. But I don't think that, if the tour guide is here, I saw him somewhere. Is the tour guide here?
Should be attending.
He's attending. But I'm sure that the number is still low. Then now we got into COVID. Now here, this man is not from the media, he's part of us. Now the cultural institutions are very strong about, for instance, anti-homosexuality. It is, it's even difficult to talk about, especially when we have these young people. Now a group of Bazungu have already started saying, now Uganda, you see, even some tourists should not go there. So now we are saying, how do we insulate ourselves from all this? First of all, let's encourage the Ugandans to travel. Yes, we know that it is money that is moving just within the country. But okay, if you brought it from Kampala and you brought it here, it's okay, you're at least distributing it somehow. So we are trying to, first of all, insulate our sector, insulate our country from such disasters that we have no control over. That in case such a scenario comes up, at least some Ugandans can keep traveling. And from last year alone, 2022, Honorable to 86% of the people that visited all our tourism sites, including Fort Patiko, including Aruu Falls, including Makshan Falls, were only Ugandans. Only. Yes, the whites, they bring in more money because we'll charge them maybe $40 at the park and charge the Ugandan 20. But at least there is some survival. So that's why we are doing these drives. But now, we also believe that when a Uganda is posting, let's say about Fort Patiko, with all these people that we've come with, we'll be sharing with other Ugandans. But somehow this message will also go beyond Uganda. So if you're marketing a destination, of course we have a strategy that may run for even the next 5, 6, 7 years. This is just the beginning. But trust me not, it will grow this sector and everyone will benefit. And I want to commit, I had asked Liaz, have you gotten the Assistant Commissioner Tourism Development Department? We have the Commissioner Planning here. I think it's somewhere there with the others. We have representatives from Uganda Tourism Board. We have representatives from Uganda Wildlife Education Center, which you usually call the zoo. We have representatives from Uganda Hotel Tourism and Training Institute in Jinja. Some of you, if you knew the Crested Crane. But we have a very big plan for Fort Patiko. And we have done the design. Maybe in a short time you'll have, I don't want to speak without the real specific numbers. But these designs and plans in implementation, if you look at them, they are in the billions of shillings. And I want to assure you that we may not fulfill the entire, what we intend to put here in 1 year. But what usually government does is they will start releasing money in small phases. So we start the process. We start like what we're going to do with the source of the Nile, some small money to build a pier, and also a viewing deck and the rest. So some money will start coming in. And I want to thank government that this time around, under His Excellency Kaguta Museveni, there is now some commitment to support the tourism sector. Because I think of COVID, because before they used to think, you see, tourism is, but when the foreign exchange stopped coming in, everyone felt the pain. So now they are supporting the sector. So I want to assure you, Rot and your people will unveil these designs to you. We'll show you what vision we have for this place, and even the projections we expect to make out of this place.
Bakulisayo ku Fort Patiko kansubire nti ekifo mukirabe kansubire nti ebyo mubirabe ebisingako ngawe ebifaanana Fort Patiko bwate bwafaanana bwe twava omunnange nate ne tweyongerayo mu district ya Padel. District ya Padel ate yo twagenda ku kiyiro ky'amazzi oba kye tuyita waterfalls mu 40 ekya Aruu Falls. Aruu Falls ono naye namukulagako gye tubadde tujja nga tutambulira. Nate ku luno munnaye bannayuganda babagezaako kubanga babalambuza abasinga obungi ne bagenda ne mu swimming pool eziri nakyo ne bagezaako kubanga bawuga. Ebyo n'ebisingako katubirabe katukomewo temuvaawo. Bose wale.
Jam is coming here. Natural swimming pool. It's the way God made it. And when it is sunny, there is a full-time rainbow. Full-time rainbow. I used to think rainbows were religious, but I've realized it's refraction. When the sun rays gets the water, it produces the 7 colors. So this is the only part of the world where you can swim on a full-time rainbow when it is sunny in Aruu Falls.
Basta, tutaona reka suza o mani.
This is my best moment. Forget about the traffic jams in Kampala.
Hey, that's the
You pass, I want to help the minister here. This part is safe. Oh, the minister has changed his mind?
You make him bad.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Watch my steps. Watch my steps. Makulisaayo nate mu district ye Padelo munange olunaku lwaffe olwalinga olwokubiri bolito twagezaako okubanga atulambula yani tukomawo mu district y'eggulu ate gye twasula ne tubeera nga ate tufuna ku masanyu ag'ekiro. Olunaku olwokusatu nate twabukereza nkokola ne tugenda district y'Enyoya gye twagezaako okulaba nga tufuna ebyobuwangwa eby'enjawulo nate ne tuba nga tukomekkereza e Pakwach ku lutindo. Wano Pakwach ku lutindo twagezaako okuba nga ate tubeerako bye tuyiga ebyenjawulo naddala ebikwatagana ku Gipiri ne Labongo nga bwe baafaanananga nga bwe baali bafaanana naki ekyabawula ebyobuwangwa byabwe na biki ebibakwatako ebyo n'ebisingako awo nabyo katubirabe temuvaawo katukomewo.
James.
No, maybe he went direct to Papa. Inside there, no. Someone took a
ndi ku mbalaasi. Embalaasi zino tuzeba ku TV, abasajja ne bazisibako ne ku ssente. Bannange mujjene mu Arua mutandika okusiba ku mbalaasi z'omu Arua. Kyekino ekimu kye tuli mu kunyumirwa mu Northern Uganda. Tulabye ebintu bingi nnyo naye okuva bwe nali ntambuddeko mu Uganda yonna ate nali sifugisangangayo kifo kirina mbalaasi nga kino. So tuli mu kunyumirwa era tugamba bannayuganda mwenna abali mu nsi z'ebweru njagala mumanye nti Uganda kati eri safe, ebyobulambuzi biteredde. Abaana mubaleeteko, leeta omwana waatule kuno. Oyinza okuba n'omukazi nga yagaana nga laavu ye eri ku mbalaasi. Leka ne bannange yugayi kyewankose wantuuzizza ku mbalaasi yo. Bayita ejjirya maaya. Lino lye bayita ejjirya maaya. Ejjirya maaya nga bw'oliraba nga bwe yakula naye romanya nti ne maaya ssebo nnene. Maaya y'enkoko ekyasinze okubeera ennene ennyo era nga ze mulaba wano emabega. Ekuuma amagi gaayo. Bagamba omuliro nga gwakutte eyinza okuba ne weeba mu mayiro 3 edduka emisinde n'ekomawo n'esevinga abaana. Nosooka ne bannanga abakazi kuyinza okwagala abaana. Era ly'ejje erikyasinze okubiikibwa ekinyonyi ekikyasinze obunene maaya.
The full history is with the priest. That's why he first came and performed the rituals and then allowed us to come here and is going to narrate exactly what happened. He has the history himself and I will help to translate. We are going to get problems. Phones go off, plus other misfortunes. Yeah, big snakes will attack, so it's not something to joke on. Yeah. So my role here is to translate, and the high priest will give the full detail of the history of what really transpired that time.
Almoto dano cheke email pa Kristo. An konyinga gilongo jalobo Walter Mot ati high priest miwang le kamanyi pir konya bongo gipokre ye kaberu eni pire tekiwa wan waluo na iloti pir kaberu eni tekiwa kaberu eni domo kwan that's a beach bika no history eni kitemanyi pir konya bongo gipokre ko.
He greeted everybody and he said his name is Jalobo Omot, the high priest of the place. And he also said this point where we are is very important and has a very rich history for those who studied right from P5 up to a certain higher level, certain level. They studied about this place in history.
Imoka Elifasiel dakamwen kupira rewi ya bero ikarema nyiperu timutong pa nyabongo uchiru chobo kolo liech ukamo chiru kutong ne ikarema liech uchiru kutong nyabongo ai kucha unongoni atong pare nyiperu chobo kolo liech ukamo ringo kule ega mewacho umera nyabongo nyipir ana mitu tong para ini nyipir tingu tong para ipenja ngo pira ngo chichopo kuliech nyipir wacho ni aliech nungu pinu ka chamo kali podo si atingu tong achopo kodo dongwe kateri tong mukende abongo kweto.
The whole separation started in this way. When Labongo was away, Nyipir, his brother, went and picked Labongo's spear. And then he went, he speared an elephant, and then the spear got stuck on the elephant and the elephant went with the spear. So Labongo demanded for his spear, and Nipiro was like, the elephant had come to destroy the gardens here, and I used it to chase it away. And Labongo was not pleased, became annoyed because of that.
Manye piro wache te tong nyabung kwetu. Nyabung wache ana mitu tong para icha. Yori ngeye nyipiro gamu daku pa nyipir utedo tanda. Wanwa lumu tanda ke nyoishi di dwar. Ichelu ripeke ketu pi upoko tong peri beru tieru banga peri beru tieru ni wotu kodi tielu. Aya pila de beru imuti. Nyipiro gamu wache endo ngeko wotu kubonga
much as Nipir pleaded with him to at least get him another spear, Labongo refused totally. And so Nipir had to prepare himself. He got some roasted peas. We call it peke. Peke, it's roasted peas with nuts, they mix. Then he got his other items. Then he went to the bush to look for that particular elephant that went with the spear.